GLM 5.1 is finally here as an open source release. The GLM team at Z.ai had previously released their model on their API platform, and we covered it with OpenClaw and also compared it with Minimax M2.7. At that time, there was a lot of anxiety among the community that would they actually open source their model or not. GLM said that they would, and they kept their promise, and the sun is still shining for open source AI. GLM 5.1 is their next generation flagship agentic model, beating GLM 5 by a wide margin on Sui Bench, NL2 repo, and various other benchmarks. In this video, what I'm going to do, I'm going to run this model locally on my server using the unsloth quantized gguf, and we will serve it via llama.cpp and do a live coding test. I will be sharing and showing you each and every command, but before that it is really important to learn about the architecture of this massive model, because that is what is going to make you appreciate how much generous GLM team is. For the last 3 years, I have made over 5,000 hands-on AI videos. Recently, I was thinking of traveling a bit and I needed some portable monitors. Plus, you guys have been asking a lot about my home setup. So this is my home setup where I have these two portable UPerfect monitors. For me, the most important thing was that the picture should be clear, crisp, and vivid. Plus, the thing or the monitor should be easy to set up, easy to configure, easy to carry. So, not only I have these portable monitors, but you can see from the back side that they have got this stand which is just pull out and push in order to make it stand on any surface. Plus, you can also have that portable stand, and it also comes with a nice little docket. To top it off, you can see that I also have this huge bag which is quite comfy, very lightweight, and it can fit in my monitor. Even I fit in my laptop too. So if you look at their website, there is a lot of good stuff happening there, and you can see that it's so easy to set up and configure. A lot of other options are available, and the pricing seems very attractive. Anyway, I'm going to drop the link to their website in video's description. See if that suits you. That's it, let's move on. If you look what's under the hood, GLM 5.1 is a mixture of expert model with 744 billion total parameters, but only 40 billions are active on any given forward pass. It has 78 hidden layers, and mixture of expert is active on every single one of them except the first three, which are dense. There are 256 experts in total, and for each token 8 experts are selected. It also uses a new dynamic sparse attention mechanism, that's the DSA in the architecture name, with a 200k context window. Full precision is bfloat 16, which means the raw model needs around 1.65 terabytes of disk space, and these are all the parameters. Now the interesting bit, how I am going to run this model. So at the moment, what I have is this Ubuntu server. I have only one GPU card, NVIDIA H100 with 80 GB of VRAM. So the question is how I am going to fit in this huge model onto this single GPU. Well, I cannot fit in this whole model, but this is where it gets interesting for local deployment. My RAM is around 125 gigabytes. I will show it to you shortly. That gives us roughly 205 gigabytes of total usable memory. So 80 GB of VRAM and 125 gigabytes of system RAM. The Quantized version which we are going to use from Unsloth is UDIQ2M, which is 236 gigabytes in disk space. So we are about 31 gigabytes short. What llama.cpp does is offload as many layers as you can see here. So these are the context option, and then this is my server spec, and this is the flow would be. So what llama.cpp is going to do it is going to offload as many layers as possible onto the H100 GPU. The rest spill into system RAM, and swap space acts as the safety buffer for that remaining gap. And to cover this, let's increase our swap to 64 gigabytes before we do anything else. So I'll just take you here. And by the way, if you're looking to rent a GPU like this on fraction of cost, you can find the link to Massed Compute in video's description with a discount coupon code of 50% for a range of GPUs. Please also follow me on X if you're looking for AI updates. Okay, let's go back and let me quickly increase my swap space to 64 so that we will fill that gap. And you can see that now our swap space is 64 GB, total memory headroom 205 GB plus 63 GB 268 GB, which should comfortably fit in this UD IQ2M quant. Okay, now let's download our model. So I'm just going to install this Hugging Face Hub library. And now let's log into Hugging Face. It is not mandatory, but it actually helps you in speeding up your download. Okay, so I just need to put it in my path. So I'm going to paste my free read token from Hugging Face Hub. You can also get it for free from your profile in Hugging Face. Now let's download the model. And I'm just going to download this Unsloth quant, which is UDIQ2M. And it is going to take a bit of a time, as you can see, despite of the great speed at Massed Compute. Now, if you're wondering what is this UDIQ2M, it is Unsloth's dynamic 2-bit quantization format. The dynamic part is the key. So instead of blindly quantizing every layer to 2-bit, Unsloth identifies the most critical layers and upcasts them to 8-bit or 16-bit to preserve accuracy. The result is that you get an 80% size reduction from the original 1.65 terabyte down to 236 GB, while maintaining quality much closer to the full precision model than a naive 2-bit quant would give you. And I think they have done a good work here, so real good stuff. Now let's wait for this to get downloaded and then we will proceed further. Shouldn't take too long. Meanwhile, feel free to like the video and subscribe and consider becoming a member. And the model is now downloaded. Now, in order to get it installed and served, what I'm going to do, I'm going to use this llama.cpp tool. If you don't know what llama.cpp is, how to get it installed, just go to my channel, search with llama.cpp and watch this first video. I will also drop the link in video's description. So you can get llama.cpp installed in no time, as long as you have this configuration or any similar configuration. So watch this video, get it installed. I already have it. Let me show you the version of my llama.cpp. So this is what I'm running at the moment. As you can see that it has already detected my NVIDIA H100. And you can also list the devices which will show you the same information. Now let's serve the model which we already have downloaded with llama.cpp. This is a command I'm going to use. The parameters are quite simple. First we are specifying that model. Then we are giving it an alias of just a friendly name. And then PRIO is 3, which sets process priority to high so that operating system doesn't starve it. Temperature is 1, which is sampling temperature. 1 is recommended for tool agentic use. Then we have top P, which is nucleus sampling. It keeps a token covering 95% of probability mass. Context window, we are allocating 16K, which is safe to start. And then we are offloading as many layers as possible to H100. Llama.cpp caps automatically. And then we are serving it at port 8001. Let me run this. It is going to start it. As you can see that it has loaded the model, which looks pretty good. Now you can see that it is offloading some of the layers to GPU and rest will be run on the CPU. And there you go, the model is loaded and running on our local system at port 8001. Let me quickly show you the VRAM consumption. So it is consuming at the moment just touch over 79 gig of VRAM. Let's also check the CPU. It is also, quite high, I would say. There you go. So it is consuming most of it, and it will go up more. Let's check the RAM. There you go. It is consuming this much, including the swap space. Okay, let me quickly show you how you can use it, and we will also check out tokens per second. And this is an OpenAI compatible script which I have written in order to test it out. So the prompt is a simple one to create a single self-contained HTML that produces a fireworks, and then we are just calling that local endpoint. And I'm also going to print out some of the statistics like total time, time to first token, and how much tokens per second. And let's go back to our terminal and run this. And you can see that how excruciatingly slow this is. Time to first token was this, and now it is printing it out. So I will just go make some coffee and come back and show you what it has done. And there you go. It has produced the code. Took, its sweet time, as you can see. Lot of time was spent here, but 0.75 tokens per second and 177 seconds to first token. It is slow, but remember what just happened here. We have ran this 744 billion parameter model entirely locally, and this is what it has produced. This is a HTML which I have just loaded, and you can see that the power of open source CI in such a trimmed down quantized version with CPU offloading, it wrote working code. That's it. Let me know your thoughts. Please like the video and subscribe, and consider becoming a member. Thank you for all the support.